Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Vocaloid reaction. Today we have a new artist, to me at very least. This is ePiaeon. I'm going to call them that for now. There are a lot of vowels in that name. I'm not entirely positive that that's how you say it. But either way, this is Flop Era, apparently a very popular song, and one of, I think, 2 songs that have been labeled as a Neru song because they never get made. And I know she doesn't really have technically a real voice bank, and I think most people just tune up Miku, from what I understand. But Thematic and my executive producers wanted me to get to this song, and as are the rules of the land, I am doing that. So without further ado, let's go! Ooh, starting with a harpsichord, that's bold. I see why Senpapi requested this. The subject matter is giving flavorfully really hard. Kind of vibing with the way it's produced too. Like Victorian pop. I'm bopping. Gotta use the phone sounds. The Neru special. Great lyricism too. I like the difference there of not having any viewers. I love it when they tell us stories through the video too. Yep. This is very well done. I'm kind of sitting here just focusing. That's when you know I'm into it. I do one of 2 things when I'm really enjoying something. I either get really quiet or I yap incessantly. I really like that. I love the approach. I love the subject matter. It's not something I've really ever thought about with Neru involved, since they are a character that doesn't really get too much love since they're not technically real. But at the same time, it's like, damn, once you put it into context, it really adds another layer. So I'll start with the music on this one. The instrumental was very well done, very simple, but also it was bouncy, it was catchy. It didn't really lose me at any point, even though it was fairly repetitive. It was also short enough to not like fall victim to just being repetitive and therefore boring. It was repetitive, which also fit the vibe and the message of the song, which I love even more. I think that this message is something that any creator or anyone who's ever dabbled in creation and trying to be one has experienced and can resonate with, especially if they have people in their friend circle who are doing better than them, which also is kind of a low-key factor of this song. And I'm not entirely sure if that was intentional, but this whole thing kind of just framing it as, I can do better, keep following me, you never know what I can do, I swear I'm the next big thing, and never being able to like fully deliver on that promise, and having this sense of perfectionism that's never quelled, because no matter what you do, you can't reach the goal that you're aiming for, because it is such a small group of people that actually break through all that noise. And that's directly quoting the song there. It's like, will you remember my voice? You know, it's, you don't know. And that's what sucks. And it's something that's extremely detrimental to the mental health of the person going through it, because you're just never sure if you're able to actually go beyond where you are. Like, have you peaked already? Is there another chance chance for you out there. Will you be able to go viral at some point in the future, or is this it? You just don't know. And then when you have friends who are doing better than you, or like they stick with it and they do seemingly the same thing but somehow get more popular, you do find yourself, just coming from myself as a creator here of course, but like you see yourself being happy for them, that they're doing so well, that they're doing so many things and so many opportunities and doors have opened in front of them. But then you're wondering, why not me? Why wasn't that me? What did I do wrong? And sometimes you start to feel jealous that they're doing so well, and that is hard to go through as well, because then you realize, why am I feeling that way about my friends? And then sometimes those people will drop you because they get popular enough. If they outpace you, they'll just leave you in the dust. And that is something I've personally experienced a few times, and it does suck a lot, but those people weren't your friends if that does happen. So at the same time, just battling all of that, dealing with all of that constant up and down, social media is so much of a killer to the mental health of anyone who's trying to get into it. I was definitely no stranger to it. Luckily for me, and I've talked about this before, I am old enough, I just turned 30, that this doesn't really affect me the same way as it does to a lot of younger people who are like trying to do this and break into it, and they can't for whatever reason, and they basically start to implode underneath all that pressure, and they can't keep up with it, and it just ruins them, and then they don't know what to do, and their years of their life are lost and ruined after trying this for so long. And while I did kind of get lucky in that respect, I'm definitely not making thousands of dollars or anything doing this. I'm making just enough to pay my rent, stay where I am, living in my sister's basement still to this day, and just experiencing life the way I can, because I haven't technically gone viral on anything. I've had a few videos do very well, and I got very lucky off of that, and I've been very lucky to have the fan base I do that are generally very supportive of what I do, even at the pace I do it at, which to most people are only here like for one video a week. It's not a lot. So thank you to those who just like watch stuff, you know, when it does show up and you're interested, thank you for watching. But at the same time, there are definitely days where I see videos do god awful terribly because you just don't know what the people fully want, and you don't want to lean into one niche because then you're going to be the insert thing here guy, you know, like I don't want to just be the Vocaloid guy or just the Arknights guy or just the Genshin guy, like etc. You know what I mean? It's just, you don't want to like lose yourself in just one niche, but at the same time, sometimes that's all you can do if that's where you found success, and that is part of that mental like degradation that comes with it. It's just like you want to creatively expand, and then you're afraid to because you don't know when or if a viral moment will come out of that. And again, I'm lucky enough to be mature enough to understand that I don't need that or want that, and I'm comfortable where I am. But at the same time, it did affect me for the first like year or so. I was wondering if I was going to hit that big time, and I kept trying to chase that for a little bit, and I started doing like clickbait titles and shit that I regret now. But again, that's part of the growth process, and not a lot of people actually make it out the other side of that. So this song did an amazing job at personifying all that and getting you to resonate with that and at least understand it if you haven't personally experienced it. Although I feel like the majority of people online at this point have tried to be creators, or at least have considered it. So they've like looked into it, and it might not be for everybody. It isn't, but at the same time, it is definitely a message, and this song has this vibe of like, man, you know what? I get it. I feel it. And also just extra detail of the video, having Neru have like a modern flip phone, fucking just top tier. That's brilliant choice. But overall, it was just a really good song, and this did give me a lot of Flavorfully vibes. Again, mostly in the message there, because they've been experimenting with that, with like Static and that whole album coming out. So it's just like, ooh, you know, like this could totally slip right in there and nobody would know. Like if ePiaeon was the secret fourth member of Flavorfully and this were to appear on the album later on, I would not be shocked at all. It definitely feels like a spiritual successor to that storyline, or just like a part of it, you know, like a little footnote in there. But again, that's kind of what the song is talking about, where Neru feels like a footnote sometimes, and the whole concept of trying to get virality to become your own person and have your own identity is a struggle. So again, fantastic work work here, ePiaeon. I'm going to be watching your channel with great interest and expecting more in the future. This was a brilliant song, and thank you, Thematic, for putting this into the queue so I could get to it, but I think I'm done yapping here. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you have another song you want me to get to, drop in the comments below, and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if, like Thematic did, you want to guarantee that I listen to something, you can always go to my Patreon or my YouTube memberships. There's a tier that will force me to listen to whatever you want. Doesn't matter who it's by, what it's from, if it's good or bad, none of that matters. That's why it's a guarantee. But if you don't want to do any of that, maybe just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, please, I need to go viral. Then you know how to do all that, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!